I think the basis for this video is that I genuinely like to give advice, even if it is unwarranted. Let's just say it's been a journey to get here, but we're here now. But yeah, welcome to my humble abode. I've tried, but I'm hoping in the future there'll be a bit more aesthetic backgrounds. But you know, I have to show you guys, this is funny. You know, worst case scenario, I could just bring in my plant as a prop. I actually did try and put it behind me, and I was like, girl, you look ridiculous, just take it out. But I also am just really proud that I have not killed some plants for once. So today's video is going to be about 21 things I've learned in 21 years. Buckle in, got some good tips for ya. But yeah, if I keep looking down, it's because I'm looking at my notes. So number one is we accept the love that we think we deserve. This is so true with every part of our life, and I'm just like, oh, it just hits you right in the feels. Number two is adversity is the path to growth. And for the longest time I was like, what does this mean? This is the most stupid thing. But it is true. It just means when you go through a difficult time, or you face a challenge, or you know, some conflict in your life in that area, you are then forced to grow because of the new experiences and what you've had to go through. Really like this one is not everything happens for a reason, but we can choose to see a reason for everything that happens. And I love this so much. Number four is do not waste time on people in your life who do not have time for you. You know, like if you actually feel like you're pushing yourself onto them, or that they're always blowing you off, just cut them off, man. Just don't even worry about it, because you have so many other people in your life that genuinely want to hang out with you. So why bother wasting your time on people who make you feel like you're hard to love? And this is something I've been like actively taking on, especially in the last year. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been so much happier for it, to be honest. Like, do not worry about losing those friendships, because they're already gone, man. Just fucking cut it off. Do what's right for you. So number five, it's just a staple. You are good enough. You are lovable. And don't ever think you're not. You know, you don't get born into this world and have to like do anything to be good enough or do anything to be lovable. You come into this world already the full package. You don't need to accomplish anything. You don't need to change anything about your personality. Just the way you are is enough. Number six is family is a privilege and not a right. This basically means to me, like, have you heard that old saying, blood is thicker than water? No, I am a firm believer of not believing in that. You know, just because you're blood related to someone does not mean that you have to include them in your life. If they treat you awfully, if they make you feel sad, you know, if they're just absolutely an awful person, you do not have to hit them in your life, and you do not have to support them. You can literally fuck them off. Like, please do it. Number seven is a dream will always remain a dream without action. And yeah, that is the truth, man. Absolutely. I've been wanting to start properly my YouTube channel for about 5 years. Yeah, I'd say about 5 years, and I had so many film ideas. I would fully write them out. You know, sometimes every now and then I would actually film one, but I would just never complete the process, you know. I had all this amazing ideas of where I wanted to go, who I wanted to be, you know, planning my life out, but I was just planning, you know. I wasn't actually taking the action, and that's just it, man. That the key to everything is the action. Number eight is being busy does not always equal successful. And by this I mean, you know, those people that pack their schedules full, you know, they get up at like 6 a.m, they study before they go to work, they come home, they go straight to uni, and they study again till like midnight, and then the next day they do it all again and again and again, and they're like, yes, I'm going somewhere in life. But then they burn out. But you know, I've definitely fallen into that trap myself of not wanting to waste time and always wanting to just be busy, because I thought that's what successful people did. Successful people are busy, but that is, I think, determined on what your definition of success is. I mean, it really depends on the person, I guess, but for me, filling my time so much to the point that I was burning out and having actual breakdown was not success. That was not what I would say being successful was for me. Number 9 is discomfort is the process to progress. And by this I mean every goal you've ever had. You know, people seem to think that achieving their dreams is supposed to be easy, but it's not. It is not supposed to be easy. If you don't face some struggle, you're doing it wrong. You're not playing the game hard enough. You know, if your dream isn't hard to get, then I don't think you're dreaming big enough. Like, this is the good news, you know? I always thought that it was supposed to be easy, and I'm glad that I know now that it's not supposed to be easy for anyone. Like, it is hard, and that's the good news. And if you're putting in the work and you're out of your comfort zone and you're pushing yourself and it's uncomfortable, that's good, because you're gonna get some progress. You're actually gonna level up because of that. Number 10 is you are the only person who truly knows what is best for you. And yeah, I think this just goes for every part of your life. Like, this goes for food, relationships, what you want to do with your career, how much study you want to do, like do you want to do part-time, full-time, what kind of job you want to do, how many hours you want to work. I mean, people will put their interpretation of what is easy and hard on you. Like, does everyone have like that one family member that's like, when I was your age I was working full-time and I was studying full-time and I also had another gig full-time on the side, and they just make you feel like shit because you're not coping with the same workload. But that's the thing, we're all different people, and just because you're not on the same level as them doesn't mean that you're doing bad. It doesn't mean that you're losing at the game. It just means you're working at your own pace, honey. Number 11 is that fights in relationships are normal. Yeah, true. I love Connor. He's my partner of just over 2 years, but every now and then we'll still like fight. I love him though, and I feel like every fight brings us closer, and they're just necessary. And people who think you're not supposed to fight in relationships have clearly I don't want to sound like superior. I don't want to be like, oh, you've clearly never been in a real relationship, or you've just had the most harmonious relationship known to mankind. I'm not sure, but for me, I've always found fights in every relationship. But as long as there's more good than bad, I think that's where it's okay, because of course you're gonna fight. Your different personalities, different values, everything come together. I just wanted to say that that weird little dot thing going on in the background, yeah, I used to have a calendar hung up there for like 3 years because I'm lazy as fuck. And yeah, the blue tack actually ripped holes off the wall. So just don't worry about that. Just pretend that's not there. Like I said earlier, we're still in the process of getting a proper film set up. I tried. Alright, number 12. This one took me a while to be okay with, and I think it's still a continuous working progress, but that is that no matter who you are or what you do, not everyone is going to like you. And you know, I'm a classic textbook Libra. Like, I just want to be friends with everyone. I just want to get along with everyone. And you know, I try really hard, and when people don't like me for whatever reason, I don't know, it could literally just be that they don't, I don't know what. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna leave it at that. When people don't like me, I'm always like, well, not always, but like I used to get really upset about it and be like, what did I do? What could I do better? You know, was it the way I was talking? Was it the way I was sitting? Did I not smile at them enough? Did I talk too much about myself? Should I have talked more about them? And you know, you just kind of, you start to self-doubt and pick apart every part of yourself to try and change it to maybe they'll like me next time. The way that I've kind of gotten over this, what do you call it, anxiety of wanting everyone to like me, is I've just come to accept some people just won't like you, no matter how hard you try. But then you have other people who, from the very first minute that you meet, you guys are like soulmates. You just click. You're just like, where have you been my whole life? It feels like we've been friends from another lifetime or something, and it's just so easy to be friends with them. It makes sense why they were so hard to get to know when you meet this person who's just like, oh, it's like a warm hug of sunshine. Number 13 is that first impressions are not always correct. Kind of like that same quote, don't judge a book by its cover, because you just never know. And I found this often to be the case with a lot of people. Number 14 is clean space equals a clean mind. And I'm very much, I need to tell this to myself every day, like, girl, clean your room, girl. But for me, it's not something that comes easy. Cleaning is not my best quality. I am working on it. You know, I really have to try hard to keep my room clean. It's an ongoing struggle, but we are getting there. You know, I think as long as you try every day, you're just gonna show up. You're just gonna show up. Even if you're not good at it, just show up. Number 15 is dreams don't mean what you think they mean. I'm talking about like when you go to sleep and you have a dream. I'm actually studying psychology, but I have always had a special interest in dreams because I've been someone that has always had very vivid dreams. Over like the last 10 years, I've had incredibly vivid dreams, and sometimes I'm just gonna say horrific, like absolutely, you wake up crying like, what was that? How did that come from here? And I genuinely thought I was fucked up. I was like, there is something wrong with me. But when you start Googling interpretations of your dream, it's so interesting to see what they actually mean and be able to dissect your unconscious mind. I will be making more videos on this because it's something that I really am a little bit obsessed with, to be honest. Number 16 is a concept I've learned recently. It's called the compound effect, which I might be doing another video on, but it basically means no matter what you do in your life every day or what you don't do every day, that will compound. For example, let's say every day you come home from work and you watch Netflix for an hour, yeah? And you do this every day for a whole year. For a whole year, you would have wasted an hour every single day, or you would have just, not wasted, but just watched Netflix for an hour every single day. But if you were to fill that hour with something else instead, let's say going for a walk with your dog every day, and then the effect of that over a year will be the compounded effect, if you know what I mean. Number 17 is when you're sad or angry, frustrated, exercise. Please go out, go for a run, go to the gym. It was the best thing I had ever done until I got my injuries, which kind of fucked me around a little bit. I've recently had to get into journaling and all that, but it's just not quite the same as, you know, when just being able to go to the gym and have a really heavy, angry sweat sesh, and then you walk out of there and you're just like cleansed, like you just sweated out all of the bad energy and you're like, I'm ready to face the day again. Number 18 is, while you're here on this earth, living this life, don't ever think that you have learnt it all or that you know it all, because you never ever will. And this is kind of the point where I want to encourage, please just continue learning, continue enlightening yourself. Please, like, always be open-minded and curious. I've recently really gotten into podcasts. They have absolutely changed my life. The Life Coach School by Brooke Castillo is phenomenal. I'm not gonna lie, she's been a big role model for me, especially in the last 6 months. Number 19 is you will never fully know yourself. And I think this is comforting and also a little scary at the same time. Number 20, this quote was read to us in my self-development counselling unit last semester, and I was just like, it just resonated a little piece inside of me. I just thought it was, let me just read it. We all leave childhood with wounds. In time we may transform our liabilities into gifts. The faults that pockmark the psyche may become the source of a man or woman's beauty. The injuries we have suffered invite us to assume the most human of all vocations, to heal ourselves and others. But yeah, basically what it means is, you know, the trauma and the challenges and, you know, all the really horrible things you've had to go through in your life that you think, or that you may think, are the reason that you're damaged and you're not complete, or you're not good enough, or whatever your story is about yourself, because everyone has one. Basically what she's saying is, you know, that pain and that place of where that comes from inside of you is the very thing about you that makes you beautiful and makes you authentic and enables you to connect with other people. It's, I don't know how to explain it, it's like seeing beauty in sadness and, you know, not painting a glossy picture of a life. It's like everyone's kind of broken, and that's why it's beautiful. Number 21 is loving yourself is not a destination but a journey that needs to be practiced every single day. And this is true, you know, like you think you might be in a really good mental place, you're like, yeah, I'm kind of alright, you know, I'm kind of likable, I've got friends, you know, I'm not ugly, this is good, feeling myself. And then if you have some things happen to you that might make you question your newfound thoughts about yourself, and if you're not constantly working on keeping your mental health and your self-worth up here, it is so easy to fall off and to start the self-loathing again, because it almost feels, for most of us, like this self-loathing, this self-hate, it almost feels like it's not a natural state, but it's so easy to get into it, and it's so easy to convince ourselves that we are awful people, which I don't believe, but it is such a, like, it can be such a challenge sometimes. But I think if you chip away at it every day, and you just have to let other people's comments about you bounce it off, man. Like, no, you think I'm shit, I think you're shit. Number 22. Oof, girl. See, I only recently added this one because my friend said this to me. I was shook. I was like, this is so good. When people show you who they really are, believe them the first time. But I think that just about wraps this up, fam. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you want to see more of my face. I think it's only gonna get better from here. We're only going up from here, guys. And yeah, I'm really excited for the videos that are upcoming. This channel is going to be a lot about spirituality, self-help, self-development, astrology, and maybe a couple artsy films in there as well. Like, we'll see how we go. I'm so excited for what 2019 has in store, and I can't wait to share it with you guys, and I can't wait to see where this goes. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, a beautiful week, and take care until I see you next time. Bye bye.